Hello everybody and welcome to this quick introduction video how to set up concepts and then how to use concepts so it can assist us in our illustration work. The first thing what you would like to do is upper right corner where you have this account icon, click on it and then type in your email address. Then you will log in. I'm already logged in. My email is verified, very good, and my account is synced. What's really nice here is drawings and everything can be synced between different devices, different iPads, iPhone. And we also have for those university accounts all the drawing tools purchased. With a finger, just tap on the screen. That's it. Now, what you see here right now is actually the project called Project, which has section 1 and 2 drawings. With a finger, swipe left and right, up and down. That's how you can navigate actually the space. With a finger pressing onto a drawing, and then we can drag this around. Very nice. We can even, with a finger, press on a drawing, hold, move it, then with another finger swipe and insert it into a different project. Pretty cool, no? Yeah, okay. So how do we actually create projects and drawings, and what's this section? Let me explain you. Upper left corner, there you see the plus icon. Click on it. Let's make a new project. And here we call this gallery. There's also the delete button and done. Section 1 basically means, well, this is this section. Think about it as chapters. And then we have drawing 2. To the plus one more time, we can add another drawing. And then the program automatically opens that drawing. Now we are using the pencil. We are in Untitled 3 drawing inside the gallery project. With a finger, tap on the drawing name. There you see all the other drawings inside that section. And you can go to new drawing, even make a new one right from there. We can even tap onto the gallery and go to a different area. Open another drawing inside a different project. So you see, this is actually pretty comfortable to navigate. Very logical. Then to go back into the overview, we with the finger tap onto the dashboard icon. Thus we can swipe up. There we are. Cool. Yeah, so that basically is it. To rename a drawing, we can also just simply tap on the name and call this drawing. Very good. And maybe drawing 2. Good. So actually, this is, you see, very easy and very intuitive. Okay. And this basically covers everything, how to log into the application and then create a project and create drawings. In the next video, let's take a look into how we can create actually drawings. Then let's go into a drawing. You can just tap on it and I will explain to you the interface. Upper left corner, well, as you know, this is all about our galleries or projects, drawings, etc. Then drawing tools, some options, layers. We have here import and export options. Very nice. And it says 100%, 0 degree. And then here is a preference icon. Click on the preference icon. It's actually really nice because here we can set up various paper backgrounds, even simulate paper types. We can set up a grid. We can edit the grid, like the size, artboard. Here, I would like this to be an American paper, but 8.5 and by 11, but landscape. The drawing scale 1:1, this is actually one of the main really useful functions why I also use concepts, because you can draw on a small document like in AutoCAD to scale. This is extremely useful. And then, well, units. We also have here options for stylus and gestures. Feel free to look into those and adjust them. With a finger, let's tap somewhere else. Look at that. Now here we have a page, and I can explain what this means. With two fingers, pinch and expand, we zoom in and zoom out. With two fingers and rotate, well, yeah, we rotate. And there you see it's a readout how much I zoomed in and the rotation degree. Okay, very good. And then the software snaps to 0 and 90% when it gets close. Very good. So let's set up the interface a little bit. With a finger, or I find this sometimes easier with the pencil, you can tap and expand these menus. Layers I would like to bring over. So with the pencil, I press on it and drag it over. You can also bring it to here. You see there's an interface that shows us the position. Precision here again, bring this to maybe there. This tool here, I can push more into the corner, or when I press and hold, I can even make this vertical. Pressing on tool and hold, I can even bring this over to the other side based on if you're left or right-handed. Very good. So, and since I think this is a very easy interface to see, I will keep everything actually like this. So now here are my grids and everything, my drawing tools, my import export, and my layers. I can expand and minimize and even go into full screen. Tap on this and go back. Very good. So that's how you actually can set up your workspace. So how do we work with these different tools? We have here pen, pencil, watercolor, marker. When with a finger you tap on it or double tap, you then select different tools and double tap opens this menu. Now I can load a different tool into there. So you see, it's actually super easy. Maybe here I would like this to be rather the marker. And what is the marker here? I would like to be the fill color. Very good. Okay. Then when you click or when you select a tool, the next thing here is the line thickness. Pretty self-explaining. Also, the dimensions are read out based on what unit system we use. Transparency of the tool. This I have to demonstrate what this means. It's actually this stroke softening, and then the color wheel. It's based on copy colors. Let's go to this one here. So we make a line. Very good. We set this to be 100% and 0. And now with the pencil, I just draw around. Make something really small, make a really fast line. Then let's go and adjust this maybe to 60. And you noticed how the line is actually nice and smooth. Softening. The more we do this, the more the curve is stabilized. This is very useful when you have to make very big, smooth shapes, because sometimes your hand is shaking a little bit. To very quickly draw straight lines, we just go to 100%. So no hard edge. We just draw and then, yeah, guide the line. Okay, very good. So here we have a masking tool, and here we have an eraser and slice tool. What's the difference? It's also a very interesting element to point out. So here's the selection tool. We can have a lasso or a picker. And there's nothing, but do you remember here I used the mask tool? Oh look, there's a brush, this mask thing. When I move this around, I can readjust everything. So what is happening? Let's do this exercise. Go to lasso. Oh, this is very good. And since we are talking about also tools, set this here to manual. So basically this means we put elements onto individual layers as we want. Then lasso, select all this, and then delete. Let's go back to here, and we set this to something like this, and just make a squiggle line. Okay. Then we can select it. Rotate and stretch and scale. We can turn these functions on, off. Now with a finger, look at that. We can move them around, rotate off. I cannot rotate them. We can stretch elements, two pieces together. We can do a distortion. Pretty nice, no? Okay, very good. So let's pick this one more time. We have a copy into the memory. We can lock this object. We can make a duplicate. We can delete it. We can flip it. Pretty cool. Okay. So I talked about the layer. Let's go to layers and then here tap on it, delete, tap on it. We can rename this. Tap on this. This actually consumes everything into the layer below. We can lock, duplicate, select everything on a layer. Okay. And let's here this, oh no, focus. We make a new layer and then this here we delete. Okay, good. Very nice. So, and make one more layer. Then we do a drawing and here we do another drawing. Okay. Because this then goes back to the selection option. We can select an object and then I move this with a finger or the pencil and I move this onto a different layer. And you see now this is moved onto that layer. So there's no copy and paste. This is the way how we move objects between layers. Because with the picker, I can say select all layers. I'm on layer 2, so this one, I cannot select this one. Now I can select everything on all layers. Okay, good. That's the reason why I want this to be manual, not automatic, because I can move objects on particular layers. No. Let's go to here. And then we have, for example, show the grid. Now, there we are. We have snap options. Snap to the grid, align with the grid. So don't snap directly onto a grid, but it can go parallel to it. Autocomplete is cool. Snap to the grid, snap to key points, only snap to or snap while drawing on the active layer. Very useful. So, for example, let's make this 100% again. Snapping, we can turn snap to the grid off. So I will draw a line. Then I draw a line. I'm just drawing close to it. And you see, notice that when we go back. When I draw and I get close, clock, it snapped to it. So really nicely in the way how it assists to draw vertical lines and horizontal lines. Let's go with lasso, select everything. Then grid is on. Options align to grid, very good. There you see now how I'm, drawing straight up, straight down. If we turn on this snap to grid, then it really only draws along the grid, not somewhere in between. Okay, select everything this way, and then we can basically this is actually grouping, and we can also delete. Good, we are reaching kind of like a little bit the end. Another really cool aspect of this program is, okay, doing few lines. There we are. Now I select this. There we are. And look at that. I can change this. Oh, let's make this a fill, airbrush, a marker. I would like to adjust the color. So everything can be manipulated later, which is why I find this program so fantastic. Literally every line we put down is a vector, and we can adjust this later. So even here, because I drew this as a smooth curve, I can sharpen it. Select this again. Go to the original version. See? So super, super useful. Okay, very good. Yeah, via import and export, let's export quickly. You can export as various formats, the screenshot, the complete drawing, dimensions, or resolution. And then in import, when we go to more imports, we can go to camera, clipboard, so the memory, from photos, from file, for example. So here I have an image. There it is. Now this image I can rotate around, position. Very good. Yeah, just realized one thing I did not talk about. What is actually the difference between scale and stretch? There we are. So stretch, it just stretches it. Scale makes it smaller and bigger. You see the stroke adjusts too. Okay. Yeah, perfect. We have here colors. We will go into these things a little bit more later in detail, how to set these things up, because this is more all meant as a basic introduction so you can understand how this program works. So to summarize this is actually like you draw in with tools like Illustrator, but you make it look more like Photoshop. And you have the precision of CAD in it. And that's awesome.